Welcome to Daily FM. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment for more novels like this. My Supermodel Wife, Chapter 9. How long have you been together? Lilia wanted to refuse Jean's order and go home right now. However, her growling stomach really chose that moment to sound. Without saying a word, Lilia sat down and started eating her breakfast. After being in an awkward silence for a while, Lilia finally said something. "Thank you for last night. I really appreciate it," she said in a low voice. Even though Lilia was still annoyed with Jean for bringing her home without asking permission, at least she knew that Jean was just trying to help her. This made Lilia think that maybe this man was even better than she imagined. "I just don't want to hear the news that the future wife of the fourth son of the Wijaya family was found drinking at the karaoke until morning," Jean replied dryly. She cancelled her thoughts earlier. This man was still as cold and reckless as she imagined. Lilia bit her lip so she wouldn't start cursing Jean. Couldn't this guy say something nice just once? At that moment, the middle-aged woman with an apron walked into the dining room. Jean introduced her as Sister May. She had been Jean's babysitter since he was a child and was responsible for running the house. "Young master, there is a call for you." Sister May handed Jean his cell phone. The man received the cell phone and read the caller name on the screen, then gave Lilia a strange look. "What?" Lilia returned her gaze in confusion. Jean got up and left the room to pick up the phone. Lilia's eyes continued to follow Jean's figure, still unable to perceive anything that just happened. She had to admit that Jean's handsome face was true to her type. If only that man gave up his arrogant attitude and didn't try to meddle with her life, Lilia wouldn't mind marrying him. "Miss, you are the first woman young master brought home." Sister May approached Lilia and started questioning her with questions. "How was your first meet? How long have you been together?" The middle-aged woman's eyes shone with enthusiasm. Cough, cough. Lilia choked on her food and made Sister May hurriedly hand her a glass of milk. "Don't be shy, miss. Young Master Jean is an extraordinary person. You have a good taste." Sister May praised her young master sky high as she continued to clear the dining table. "When I changed your clothes last night, young master repeatedly emphasized that I should be careful and not wake you up." Lilia was stunned and looked at Sister May in confusion. She couldn't believe that Jean could be so attentive to her. Since their first meeting 2 days ago, Jean had always been cold towards her. Lilia didn't understand why that man would want to contract marriage with a woman he didn't like, even though he could choose any woman he wanted. "No, Have you finished eating? Kenny is here." Jean's appearance cut off Lilia's words. Lilia hurriedly finished her milk and stood up. "Yes, I'm done." As she followed Jean, Lilia could feel Sister May's gaze sparkled full of expectation. She let out a sigh, hoping that Jean would resolve this misunderstanding before her kind nanny got disappointed. When Lilia arrived home, she saw her mother in the living room. Sylvia Pangesta sat on a European-style sofa drinking a cup of tea. Lilia knew that her mother was waiting for her to come home. Sylvia glanced at Lilia with a cold gaze and put down her teacup. "Why are you just coming home now?" Sylvia asked firmly. "I stayed at Vivi's house last night," Lilia replied curtly while taking off her shoes. She didn't bother speaking politely or even glancing at her mother. Whenever Lilia looked at her mother's face, she would only find a cold and apathetic expression that was even worse than Jean's. Since childhood, Lilia knew that her mother didn't like her. All of Sylvia's love and care was poured on her younger brother, Daniel. Sometimes, Lilia wondered if she was the real child of the Pangestive family. You are famous now. You have to be more careful with what you say and do. Don't hang around people with no clear background. Lilia only heard the concern for the Pangestive family's reputation in Sylvia's words. There was not a shred of worry for her daughter, who had not come home all night, in her voice. Yes, Mom. Lilia replied in a flat tone. She was tempted to argue, but stirring up a ruckus would only bring trouble for herself. Lilia immediately headed to her own room. She didn't want to be in the same room as her mother any longer. Yesterday your father told me that you had met the fourth son of the Wijaya family. Is it true? Lilia's steps stopped immediately. Yes. The answer was reluctant. You have to thank him. Thanks to the Wijaya family, our family was able to get through this financial crisis. Also, in 3 days our two families will meet to discuss this marriage. Go on and buy the best clothes. Don't embarrass the Pangestive family name. Lilia clenched her fists while trying to hold back her anger, but this time she couldn't take it anymore. Lilia turned around and locked eyes with Sylvia. Mother, do I have to get married? Lilia said without thinking. Sylvia's cold expression turned irritated. You think we can change the contract now? Do you know how much dowry the Wijaya family has given you? If you don't get married, do you think our family can live comfortably like this forever? So you traded my happiness for wealth and reputation? Lilia fiercely disputed. End of chapter 9. Daily FM, please like, subscribe, share, and comment for more novels like this.